Hello everyone, welcome to ACE Online, and I'm back with a series of 1000+ questions based on quant and reasoning. So if you are preparing for any competitive exam in which there is a section of quant and reasoning, then these sessions are very beneficial for you. And if you know such persons who are preparing for any competitive exams, if we specifically talk about the railway board examination, SSC board examination, banking based examination, some technical based examination where there is a section of these two, some state level and central level examination, then these sessions are very beneficial for all of them. So don't forget to share the link of this particular video with your family members, with your friends, in your groups, so that more students can join and do practice with us. So without wasting much more time, let's start our today's session and let's see what kind of questions we are having and how we are going to deal with them. So this is the very first question, and this question is from the mains examination. So the question is saying that here we are having some code words, right? What we are having few codes, and for these codes what we need to use, here it is written. So what we have to do, we are having some statements. First we have to decode them, and accordingly we need to check which conclusion is true over here or which conclusion is following this particular statement. So just simply solve this and let me know what answer you people are getting. It's a very simple one. First, what you have to do, you just simply have to determine what these symbols stands for, and accordingly you need to answer. Any one of you in the comment section? It's very simple. The first one says that $Q. $Q means P is not smaller than Q. That means P should be greater than and equal to. P is greater than and equal to Q. We can deduct this thing from the first line, right? Next, P@Q means P is neither smaller nor equal to Q. That means P is greater than Q. P is greater than Q, right? Next, P#Q. That means P neither greater nor equal to Q. That means P is smaller than Q, right? Next, P gamma, this Q means P neither greater nor smaller than Q. That means P is equals to Q, right? The last one is P, this symbol Q, that means P is not greater than Q. That means P is smaller than or equal to Q. This is what we are having. Now accordingly what I have to do, first I have to write down my statements, and after that I need to write down my conclusion. So according to this one I can write H. Now at the rate means greater than T, right? Next, T#F, where we are having hash over here, okay, T is less than F. Next we are having this gamma symbol, that means equal to, F is equals to E, right? Next, E is with this symbol and V, that means E is greater than, E is smaller than and equal to V. This is what we are having, right? This is the statement that we are having. Now what I have to do, I have to check my conclusions. First we are having dollar symbol, that means V is greater than and equal to F. This one, E@, means E is greater than T. H@, that means H is greater than V. Next, T#, means smaller than V. This is what we are having. Now what we will do, we just simply cross check the conclusions whether they are true or not. First, V and F. Can we say that yes, we do have this one? That means this first conclusion is true. If first conclusion is true, that means we need first in our answer, and in option number C first is not mentioned. That means we can eliminate our option number C, right? Next, second, E is greater than T. Can we say that yes, because of the symbol here we can say that E is greater than T. That means we want second as well. Here second is not mentioned, that means option number D is eliminated. Option number D is eliminated. Third one, H is greater than V. Here we are having H and here we are having V. If we will see this, here we are having opposite symbol, that means we can't say anything in this one. That means we are not going to consider conclusion number 3rd. If it is so, then we can eliminate our option number E, option number A. Right? Now out of 5 options, we are already eliminated 4 options. We are only left with 1 option. That means option number B is the correct one. But let's check a last conclusion as well, that T is less than V. Can we say that? Yes, because of the symbol we can combine this together, and with the help of this one we can easily able to say that conclusion 1st, 2nd and 4th follows. Conclusion 1st, 2nd and 4th follows. Option number B is the correct one. Option number B is the correct one. Now on the basis of the same data, we are having one more question, so we just simply write down. Here we are having this symbol, after that this, equal, and the last one is this one. Now in the same method, what you have to do, first you have to decode this particular statement. As you got the statement, afterwards what you need to do, you just simply need to check your conclusions whether they are following this particular statement or not. So let me know what answer you people are getting. So again, what we are going to do, we are just going to decode the statement first. Here what we are having, hash. Hash means D is less than R, right? R, this symbol K, that means R is less than and equal to K. K at the rate where we are having over here, that means K is greater than F. F $J, that means F is greater than and equal to J. This is what we are having in our statement. Now we need to decode our conclusions. J hash. Hash means J is less than R, J is less than K, right? Here R is less than F, and the last one at the rate. At the rate means K is greater than D, right? After decoding it, now what we have to do, we just simply have to check our conclusion. First, J is less than R. Can we say that? Here if we will see, here we are having opposite symbols. That means we are not able to determine anything from this state or this line. That means we need to eliminate one. That means option number A is eliminated and option number C is eliminated, right? And option number D is also eliminated because conclusion number 1 is included in that, right? Next, J is less than K. Can we say that? Yes, because of this symbol we can consider this conclusion. That means second conclusion is true. If second conclusion is true, here we do have that. That means we can still consider option number B. Third, R is less than F. R is less than F. Again we are having these opposite symbols. That means we are not able to determine anything, can't say anything, right? That means we need to eliminate option number B as well because conclusion number 3rd is included in this one. So out of 5, 4 options are already eliminated. So we will go with our option number E, that is none of these. But we will check our last conclusion as well. That is K is greater than D. Can we say that? Yes. So we can say that in this one only conclusion second and 4th follows, or we can say true, right? What we can say? Conclusion and true. Is it clear? Option number E is the correct one over here. Next. The next question is from the concept of syllogisms, and we already solved a lot of problems based on this particular topic. Now what we have to do? First we have to draw the basic diagram on the basis of these statements, and afterwards what we have to do? We just simply have to cross check whether these conclusions are true or not, right? So the statements are saying that some pencils are mobiles, all mobiles are grass, all grass is green. These are what? These are my 3 statements. First I have to draw the basic diagram only, and afterwards I need to check these 2 conclusions, and accordingly I have to select my option. So how we are going to draw the diagram? In this one we are just going to draw the diagram like this. Some pencils are mobile. So Here these are my pencils. Some pencils are mobiles. Next, all mobile are grass. All mobile are grass. All grass is green. So this is what? This is my basic diagram, right? Now on the basis of this basic diagram, I need to check my conclusion. First, all grass being pencil is a possibility. Can we say that, as we can only say that this part of grass which is common with pencil is the part of grass which is common over here, we can say that that part is pencil. But are we sure about the whole part? No. So we can say that this part belongs in the category of can't say. And whenever we do have can't say thing in a possibility, that possibility is considered as true. That possibility is considered as true. If it is so, then we can eliminate our option number B, right? As we can say that this one is true, that means we can eliminate our option number C as well and option number D as well. Now we are only left with two options, either option number A is the correct one or option number E is the correct one. Second, no green is mobile. No green is mobile. Here we can see that the whole part of mobile belongs to grass and the whole part of grass belongs to green. That means this one is false. If this one is false, option number E is also eliminated and we will go with our option number A. We will go with our option number A. This one is a very easy one. Next. The next question is also from the concept of syllogisms. Again, we are having three statements and on the basis of that, what I have to do, I just simply have to cross check these two conclusions whether they are true or not. Very good, Ragla. Now try this one. Okay. So here how we are going to do? We are going to draw it as like all watches are cards. Some cards are clips and all clips are chairs. All clip are chairs, right? This is what we are having. Now, what we have to do, we have to check our conclusions. All chairs being card. First, we will check this one. All chairs being card. Is there any negative relation or negative indirect relation which we are having in between these two entities? No. So are we sure about this? No, we are not sure about the whole part of chairs. So we can consider it in can't say. And whenever we are having can't say thing in a possibility, that possibility is considered as true. That means we can eliminate option number B, option number C and option number D. Right? Now, the second one, all clips being watches. All clips being watches. Again, is there any negative relation, direct or indirect is given? No. So, we can consider this part in can't say, and can't say whenever it is given with the possibility, that possibility is considered as true. That means option number A is also eliminated and this time we will go with our option number E. Both conclusion first and second follows. Both conclusion first and second follows. Very good, Raghav. Next. The next question is from the concept of coding and decoding, and we know that whenever we do have this type of questions, first what we have to do, we just simply have to focus on the most common part we are having or the most common word we are having, right? So in a certain code, support the outer group is written as this one, the mission gains support is written as this one, gains other than money is written as this one, and more support and money is written as this one. Now with the help of these data, what we have to do, we have to determine which of the following may represent more than the group, and here we are having our options. Here what we are having? We are having our options. So first what we will do, we just simply focus on the most common data. So here as we are reading it, so here we can say that here I am having a word support, support and support, right? So the common code that we are having for support is JA. For support we can say that we are having a word JA, right? Next, the next code that we are having is the. Here we are having the, right? And the common code we are having is LA. For the we are having LA, right? So here we need one code as LA. LA, okay, present LA, 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 okay. Next, the next common word that we are having over here is other. Here we are having other, right? And the common code is no. For other we are having a word no. And in this one we are only left with one word, that is group, and one code, that is PE, right? So for this one we need PE. For this one what we need PE. PE, here we are not having PE, that means this option is eliminated. PE, PE, here in this one also there is no PE, so we can eliminate these two options. Now the next one. If we will see, here we are having a word gains, and here also we are having a word gains, right? And the common code that we are having is ZI, right? So we can say that for a word gains we can write ZI, right? So in this one we are only left with one word, that is mission, and one code, that is KE, right? That is KE. Now if we know that KE stands for missions, then there is no point of selecting this option. So because of this KE we can easily able to eliminate this option, right? Now we are having QI, okay, QIHO, and here we are having RENO, okay. Now if we will talk about these two, here we are having a common word, that is money, and the common code that we are having over here is FU. For money we are having FU, right? In this one again we are left with just one word, that is then. Then is coded as HO. Then is coded as HO. But still we are not able to determine the exact code for more. So we can say that for more and the codes are either RE or QI. But we are not able to determine the exact code. So here we need HO. Yes, we need HO. Here there is no HO, so we can eliminate this option and we will go with our option number A. Here we will go with our option number A. Very good, Ragla. Now on the basis of this same data, we are having one more question. Which of the following may represent money matters more? So here we are having a code for money, that is FU, right? That is FU. Matters, do we have matter word? No. That means we need new code for that one. And here we are having more. Do we have more word? No. So according to this, we selected more as QI. We are selected QI or RA. Again, we need to select either of the word. So again, we need to go with FU. So this option is eliminated. Only two words are given. Here, there is no FU, FU. Here we are having FU and here we are having FU. Now for matters, what we need, as this is a new word, we need new code. We need new code over here. Now if you will see, here we are having YO or NO, and NO stands for others. This NO stands for others, and here we need code for money matters more. That means this option is also eliminated, and we will go with our option number E. We will go with our option number E. But we can't go with option number E as well. I guess there's some error in this one. Because LA stands for the, right? That means I guess there's some error in this question. Just leave this one. There's some error. I guess there's some word misplaced over here, and I guess option number A is the correct one, because if we will check the codes for of option number E, these are also eliminated because they are associated with the other ones. So let's leave this question over here only. Next. The next question says that among A, B, C, D and E, each scored different marks in an examination. Only one person scored more than C. E scored more than A but less than D. D did not score the highest marks. The one who scored the second lowest scored 71% marks and C scored 92% marks. Now with the help of this data, what we have to do, we just simply have to determine what is the correct answer of this one, which is asking who among the following is most likely to have 87% marks. Any one of you in the comment section? It's a very easy one. First, what we have to do, we just simply have to write down the data, and accordingly what we have to do, we just simply have to arrange it. Okay, option number C, let's see. So here we are having 5 members and the question is saying that only one person scored more marks than C. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can put C over here as per the condition, only one student scored more marks than C. E scored more than A but less than D, right? D did not score the highest marks, that means we can't put D over here, and if we are having 3 entities over here and 3 places over here, we can easily able to put these 3 over here and we are only left with B, right? Now the question is also saying that C secured 92% marks, right? And the one who scored the second lowest, that means E, he secured 71% marks. Now we need to determine who most likely to be score 87, that means it will lie in between these two, and that is nothing but D. Option number C is the correct one. Next. The next question says that which of the following percentages is most likely to be B's percentage in the examination, and B is the highest scoring, so the value should be greater than 92. So this is the only percentage we are having, that means option number E is the correct one. Option number E is the correct one. Very good, Ragla. Next. The next question is very easy, and the question is saying that Farah was married 8 years ago. Today her age is 1, 2 by 7 times of that at the time of marriage. At present, her daughter's age is 1 by 6 of her age. What was her daughter's age 3 years ago? This is a very easy one. All you need to do is you need to write down the ratio first. If you can able to write down the ratio, then you can easily able to write down the, or you can easily able to find out the age of her daughter. Okay, very good. Let's see option number C. So here I can write this as 1, 2 by 7 is nothing but 9 by 7, right? I can write it as 9 by 7. So if I want to write down the present and the past ratio for Farah's age, I can say that if at the time of marriage, if Farah is of 7 years old, now she is of 9 years old, right? With the help of this ratio, we are getting a gap of 2 years. But according to the question, this gap is equal to of 8 years because marriage happened 8 years ago. That means it is present on the multiple of 4. If this value is present on the multiple of 4, that means we can say that the present age of Farah is nothing but 36 years old, right? But the question is saying that the present age of daughters. So if you want to write down the ratio in between daughter and Farah, this is nothing but 1:6. But the actual value of 6 is nothing but 36. That means again it is present on the multiple of 6. So the present age of daughter is 6 years old. And we need to find out the age of daughter 3 years back. That means 6 minus 3 is nothing but 3 years old. The daughter is 3 years old 3 years back. Option number C is the correct one. Very simple. Next. The next question says that in a school, some sweets were to be distributed among 420 children on the occasion of Teachers' Day. But 140 children remained absent on that particular day, and hence each child got one extra sweet. How many sweets each child would have got originally? We need to find out the originally got sweets. So what answer we people are getting in this one? It's a very simple one. First what we have to do, we just simply make an equation, and accordingly what we have to do, we just simply have to find out the on which multiple it is. So initially I am just assuming that the number of sweets that we are going to distribute is of 420x. Why I am assuming x? Because there are chances that maybe I am giving 4 sweets to each person, 2 sweets to each person, 1 sweets to each person, right? So x is my multiple, right? But the question is saying that on that particular day, 140 students are absent. That means I am still left with 140x sweets. These are the sweets which are extra. These are my extra sweets. And out of this, 280x sweets are distributed among the students. These are the sweets which are distributed already in between the students. Now what I have to do? I have to distribute these number of sweets. So on which multiple it is present? Any one of you in the comment section, how we are going to deal with this one? Okay, just try to read this particular line. Hence, each child got one sweet extra. That means because of this, whole 280 students got sweet. That means the value of this one is nothing but equal to 280. That means 140x is nothing but equals to 280. That means the value of x that we are having is 2. The value of x we are having is 2. That means originally each student got 2 sweets. Option number B is the correct one. Option number B is the correct one. Here how I got this, because the question is saying that, and hence each child got one extra sweets. And how many students are present in the school? So we can say that it is nothing but it is equals to 280, because there are 140 students who were absent on that particular day. So out of 240, if 140 is eliminated, we are left with 280. So from this one we can easily able to calculate the value of the extra sweets which we are going to distribute. Next. Okay, the next one is 16 persons are participated in a party. In how many different ways can they host the seat in a circular table if the two particular persons are to be seated on either side of the host? So what is the correct answer of this one? Very good, Ganesh. Now try to solve this particular question. Here what we are having 16%, and what we have to do, we have to we have to arrange their sitting in a circular arrangement. But here we are having two hosts as well who are going to sit, or there are like two persons who are going to sit either side of the host. So how many ways we are having? Again, this is a very simple one. In total, how many persons we are having? 16 persons, right? We are having two particular person. We are having two particular persons. That means we are left with 14 persons, right? Now these 14 persons can sit in how many ways? They can sit in 14 factorial ways. They can able to sit in 14 factorial ways. And we need to put these two. Now if we are having this circular arrangement, and let's suppose this is the host and these are these two particular persons, the first one and second one. I am naming as P1, P2. So they can arrange, they can sit like P1, P2, or they can sit like P2, P1. So how many ways they are having? They are also having two ways. So the total arrangement is 14 factorial into 2. That means option number B is the correct one. Or you can also write 2 factorial. Right? Value of both the things are equal. Sorry. Very good Ganesh, very good Ragla. Right? Next. The next question says that two persons A and B invested in a business with 1,15,000 and 75,000 rupees respectively. They agree that 40% of the profit should be divided equally among them and the rest is divided between them according to their investment. That means according to this particular ratio. If A got 500 rupees more than B, then the total profit is, what we have to do? We have to find out the total amount of the profit. How we are going to find out this? First we need to find out the ratio, the investment ratio in between A and B. And accordingly we need to divide the 60% of the total profit in this particular ratio. It's a very simple one. Here, how many participants we are having? Two participants, A and B, right? A is investing an amount of 1,15,000 and B is investing 75,000, right? So if I want to write down the ratio in between these two, so these three zeros and these three zeros are eliminated. Now with the help of 5 we can eliminate these. So here what we are getting? We are getting 23, and here what we are getting? We are getting 1, and here we are getting 15, right? Afterwards we can't eliminate it. This is the simplified ratio we are having. So in this ratio only we are getting a profit. That means if we are getting a total profit of 38 rupees, out of that A is getting 23 rupees and B is getting 15 rupees. But this is the only proportion of 60% of the profit, because 40% of the profit is divided equally. Clear? So what we have to do if we want to find out the total profit, so we are just assuming that the total profit is P. Now out of this P, the 60% of this particular profit is divided among in this ratio, right? And out of this 23 parts out of 38 is given to A, and because of this situation A got 500 rupees extra. So this is the equation that I need to follow just to get the amount or the profit that they earned. So what is the value we are getting over here? Anyone, what is the value we are getting over here? Okay, wait. Because of the difference, wait. Here we need to write down the difference, not 23. Here the difference that we are getting is 8. Because of this, the difference, A got 500 extra. That means here we are getting a difference of 8. Now we need to solve this particular question. So if we can write it as P is equals to, here this 0 and this 0 is eliminated. After that, it's better to write it like this only. So 50 into 100, 5000 into 38 divided by 6 into 8, that is 48. We need to solve this one, and as we solve this, we got 3958.33. This is the original profit that they got, right? Option number C is the correct one. Option number C is the correct one. All we need to do is we just simply need to do the basic calculation over here, as it is given that the total profit, out of the total profit, 60% of the profit is divided among these two in this particular ratio. But here the question is saying that the difference in between, because of this, A got extra, 500 extra. So we need to find out the difference first, and accordingly we need to calculate it, right? Next. The next question says that Deepak found that he had made a loss of 10% while selling his smartphone. He also found that had he sold it for rupees 50 more, he would have made a profit of 5%. The initial loss was what percentage of the profit earned had he sold at smartphone for 5% profit? This is a very easy one. All you need to do is you just simply need to understand the language of the question. If you got the language, then you can easily able to crack this particular. It's a very simple question. Okay, so the question is saying that here, if Deepak sold that particular smartphone in 50 rupees more, he will get a profit of 5%. That means the profit that he is earning of 5%, the value of this one is nothing but equal to 50 rupees. The value of this 5% is equals to 50 rupees, as it is clearly mentioned in the question. He also found that had he sold it for rupees 50 more, he would have made a profit of 5%. If the value of 5% is equals to 50, that means we can say that the value of 100, which is nothing but on the multiple of 20, is nothing but equal to 1000 rupees. That means this is what? This is the cost price of smartphone. This is what? This is the cost price of smartphone. This is the cost price of smartphone. But while selling it, he sold it in a loss of 10%. So the 10% of this one is nothing but 100 rupees. That means he made a loss of 100 rupees, right? Now what we have to do, we have to find out the initial loss was what percent. So we need to find out the percentage of loss over the profit earned when he is selling the phone with a profit of 5%. That means over 50 multiplied by 100. Why? Because we need to find out the percentage. So here what we are getting? We are getting 200%. We are getting our answer as 200%. That means your option number B is the correct one. Your option number B is the correct one. It's a very simple one, right? Next. The next question says that the average value of property of Agil, Mughlian and Anita is rupees 130 crores. The property of Agil is 20 crores greater than the property value of Mughlian, and Anita property value is 50 crores greater than the Agil's property value. The value of property of Anita is, what we have to do, we just simply have to find out the value of Anita's property. So how we are going to determine it? All we need to do is we just simply need to use the concept of average over here, and we can easily able to calculate the answer. The average formula says that average is nothing but sum of all the observation divided by the number of observation, and we need to use this formula only. Okay, let's see. So the question is saying that the total sum, first what I am going to do, I am just going to find out the sum of the total property. Agil plus Muglian plus Anita. The total property, the average is given as 130, and here the number of persons is 3. That means the total property is worth rupees 390 crores, right? But the question is saying that the property, the Agil's property is 20 greater than the property value of Muglian. That means Muglian plus 20 crores is equals to Agil's property, right? And Anita's property value is 50 crores greater than, okay? Then Anita's property is nothing but 50 crores more than Agil's property. That means I can substitute this value with this one. So we can say that this is nothing but 50 plus 20 plus Muglian. So what I'll do, I'll just convert all these three variables into the one, and I can easily able to calculate it, because then I am having one equation and one variable. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to convert the whole equation in the terms of Muglian. So here I can write Muglian plus 20, this is the property owned by Agil, plus Muglian itself, plus 70 plus Muglian. This value should be equal to 390, right? Here if you can see, here we are having 70 and 20, that is nothing but 90. So here we are left with 300, 300 is equals to 3 Muglian. That means the property owned by Muglian is nothing but 100 crores. Is of 100 crores. Now what you have to do, you just simply have to calculate the property value of Anita. So just simply put the value over here and you will get, here you are having 70, 70 plus 100, that is nothing but 170 crores. The answer is option number B is the correct one. Option number B is the correct one. So very simple one, right? Next. The next question says that 8 liters are drawn from a flask containing milk and then filled with water. The operation is performed 3 more times. The ratio of the quantity of milk left and the total solution is 81/625. How much milk the flask initially holds? What we have to do, we just simply have to find out the initial quantity of the milk that flask was holding. So how we are going to determine this? It's a very simple one. Again, we are having a direct formula, and that formula says that the final quantity is nothing but equals to initial quantity multiplied by 1 minus the taken out quantity from the total quantity and the number of times that step repeated. So here we are having the ratio. Here what we are having? We are having the ratio of final quantity divided by the initial quantity. Here we are having the final divided by the initial quantity ratio. And that is nothing but equals to 81/625. So this value should be equal to 1 minus, how much quantity we are taking out? We are taking out 8 liters divided by the total quantity that we don't know, but how many times we repeated this? Initially we drawn, and after that we repeated the same step 3 more times. That means the total one is 4. And we know that 3 to the power 4 is nothing but 81 and 5 to the power 4 is nothing but 625, right? So we can write that 3 by 5 is nothing but equals to 1 minus 8 by x, right? Now we can just simplify this particular thing and we can write it as 3x is equals to 5x minus 8. That means the value of 2x is equals to 8 and the value of x that we got over here is 4. The value of x that we got over here is 4, right? This is what we are getting. No, we need to multiply this by also 5 now. That means 2x is equals to 40 and x is equals to 20. X is equals to what? 20. Option number B is the correct one. Option number B is the correct one. Clear? It's very simple one. All we need to do is we just simply need to use this particular formula just to get the answer. Next. The next question says that 3 pipes A, B and C can fill a tank in 20 minutes, 10 minutes and 30 minutes respectively. When the tank is empty, all the 3 pipes are opened. A, B and C discharge chemical solutions X, Y and Z respectively. The proportion of the solution Y in the liquid in the tank after 3 minutes is, what we have to do? We have to find out the proportion of chemical Y in the solution. So how we are going to determine this one? Again, it's a very simple one. Here we are having 3 pipes. Pipe A can fill the tank in 20 minutes. B can fill in 10 minutes. And C can fill in 30 minutes. Right? First, we will take the LCM. The LCM that we got over here is 60. Right? Now with the help of this one, what we are going to do, we are just going to write down the efficiency. So here the efficiency is 3, 6 and 2. So we can say that in 1 minute, how much quantity they are filling or they are discharging the chemical into the tank. So we can say that in 1 minute, if all these 3 pipes are working together, so they can able to fill 11 units of chemical or 11 liters of chemical in the tank. So here we need to work on 3 minutes, right? So in 3 minutes, they can able to fill 33 liters of the tank. But we need to find out the proportion of Y, and Y is associated with B. So B can fill, for B we can say that in 1 minute, B can able to fill only 6 liters of chemical in the tank. So in 3 minutes, it is able to fill 18 liters of tank. But what we have to do, we have to find out the proportion. So proportion is nothing but this B can able to fill 18 out of 33 at the same time. Now with the help of 3 we can eliminate it. Here we got 6 and here we got 11. That means your option number A is the correct one. Your option number A is the correct one. This is a very simple one. What we have to do, we just simply have to calculate this one and we got our answer. Right? Next. The next question says that what is the probability that when 2 dice and 4 coins are thrown simultaneously, there is a sum of 7 on the dice and at least 2 heads on the coin. What we are having? We are having a quotient of probability, and this time what we are having? We are throwing 2 dice and 4 coins at the same time. And we want a condition where we getting a sum equal to 7, and on the dice sum is equal to 7, and for with the coins we need at least 2 heads. So what answer we people are getting in this one? Okay, let's start solving it. We know that if we are throwing 2 dices, for 2 dices, we know that the total possibilities that we are having are, or we can say there are total 36 outcomes, right? But what are my favorable outcomes? I need sum equal to 7. These are my favorable outcomes. I need my sum equal to 7. So what are the cases in which I can get sum equal to 7? That is nothing but 1 6, or if I am getting 6 1, right? 2 5, 5 2. Apart from that, 3 4, 4 3. These are the only possible 6 cases in which I am getting my sum equals to 7. So out of 36, only 6 cases are my favorable. So the probability of getting sum equals to 7, probability of getting sum equal to 7, is nothing but 6 by 36, and that is nothing but 1 by 6. But at the same time, what I need at least 2 heads, right? Okay. So what we are having for 2 heads, at least 2 heads. At least 2 heads. How many coins we are having? We are having total 4 coins. And for each coins I am having 2 possible outcomes. It either heads or tails, right? So first, out of 4 coins, I am only selecting 2 coins in which I am getting heads. And what is the probability of getting heads is 1 by 2, and how many coins we are having? 4, right? What if I am getting 3 heads? So out of 4, in 3 coins I am getting heads, and the probability is 1 by 2, and we are having 4 coins, right? Now what if I am having all the 4 heads? So 1 by 2 divided by 1 by 2 to the power 4. This is what I need to solve, and ultimately I'll get my probability. So what we can write over here? We can write here, this is nothing but 4 into 3 divided by 2 into 1 multiplied by 1 by 16, right? Plus here 4 into 3 into 2 divided by 3 into 2 into 1, and here again we need to multiply 1 by 16 plus 4 into 1 by 16. This is what I need to add, right? So here we are getting 2, it's put it at 16 only, right? Here these 2 are eliminated. These 2 are eliminated with these one, right? Put it like 16 only. And here what we are having? We are having 6 by 16 plus 4 by 16 plus 4 by 16. So here what we are having? We are having 14 by 16. Right? What we are having? We are having 14 by 16 over here. Total 16 outcomes. Yes, total 16 outcomes we are having, right? So these are the total possible outcomes, and afterwards, did we made any mistake over here? Okay, wait, here we are only getting 1. How we are getting 4? Only getting 1, and because of that we are only having 11 outcomes. We are getting only 11 outcomes out of 16, right? But we need to write down the combined probability, and the combined probability in such case, the combined probability in such case is nothing but 1 by 6 into 11 by 16. And here what we are getting? We are getting 11 by 96. Option number B is the correct one. Option number B is the correct one. 11 by 96 is the correct answer. 11 by 96 is the correct answer. Clear? What we have to do? First we have to find out the possibility of this one, and after for the heads, and afterwards what we did, we need, here we are having and that's why we used multiplication symbol over here. Is it clear? Option number B is the correct one. Now the last question of today's session, and the question is saying that two passenger trains of length 500 meter and 750 meter have the speeds of 33 kilometers per hour and 60 kilometers per hour respectively. In what time will the trains be able to completely pass each other, given that the train are moving in the same direction with the faster train approaching the slower one? What we need to do? We only need to find out the time period in this one, and I know that we can easily able to determine this. Here we are having two trains. This is my train number 1, and I am just assuming the length of this particular train is 750 meters, right? And the speed of this one is 60 kilometers per hour, fast moving train. And there's a train 2, and both of them are moving in the same direction. The length of this one is 500 meters and the speed is 33 kilometers per hour. First what we have to do, we have to convert the speeds as the units are different, and after that what we have to do, we just simply have to find out the time. It's very easy. If I am saying that the speed, this one is S1 and this one is S2, so I can say that S1 in meter per second is 60 into 5 by 18. Here we can eliminate it with the help of 6. So here we got 10 and here we got 3. So this is nothing but 50 by 3 meters per second, right? And for S2 we can write 33 into 5 by 18, and now this time we can eliminate it with the help of 6, with the help of 3. So here we are getting 11 and here we are getting 6. So 55 by 6 meters per second, right? Now, as they are moving in the same direction, so the relative speed is nothing but 50 by 3 minus 55 by 6. This is my relative speed, meter per second, right? Now when I solve this, I can take 6 as my LCM. Here we are getting 100 minus 55. And ultimately we are getting 45 by 6 meters per second. Or you can also simplify this with the help of 3 and you can write it as 15 by 2, or you can write 7.5 meters per second. Here the relative speed that you got is 7.5 meter per second. Now what we have to do, we just simply have to calculate the time, and the time is nothing but distance upon speed. And in any case, distance is nothing but the total length of both the trains. So this is nothing but 750 plus 500 divided by 7.5. Right? Now the units are same, meter per second, and here we are having the distance in meters. So this is nothing but 1250 divided by 7.5, and here we are getting 166.67 seconds. Option number D is the correct one. Option number D is the correct one. This one is a very easy one, right? So with this one, let's end the session over here only. We'll meet in the next one. Till then, keep smiling, stay safe, bye-bye, and thank you so much for watching this video.